This is one of the national cultural treasures, meaning it's one of the most important structures in the country. So we are trying to rehabilitate because we're trying to put it back into its function as a theater. I'm Raj Busmente. I'm the project coordinator for the rehabilitation and conservation of the Metropolitan Theater.
And I'm Timothy Ong, an architectural intern at the Met. Was designed by architect Juan Arellano with his brother Arcadio, and this building was designed in 1931.
Today, we're reviving the courtyards and we're removing the additions because we're trying to go to the idea of faithful restoration. There are 3 layers. The first part is actually considered together with the Capiz shell sconce wind lighting effects outside, together with this portion. The second layer shows the sunlight and the ground where the earth is. Some portions here are considered under the sea, and the upper portions of the building is considered the clouds. So this is the Grand Foyer. Actually, this is another French term, according to that French architect who came here, who's trying to help us with the idea of the restoration prior to the actual implementation. So we have here Monty sculptures. Nakita kasi si Monty at saka si Juan Arellano sa barko. And when they met, they started to discuss about the project, I guess, no? And there are also outside sculptures, but right now, this has been restored already, and they're also very important to the building. So we still have the Italian marbles. As you can see, there are a lot of restoration to be done with the cracks. I'm sure it's because of the many years of earthquakes, moisture condition underneath. So you can see the doors are made of Nara wood, Nara frames, and sawali. Very good insulation material, and we're keeping that. We're keeping to the original. Although we need to treat the acoustics because the acoustic issues here are very different from the 1930s.
So right now we're in the main theater. So the main theater of the Metropolitan Theater can seat 1,670 people. So that's about 1,000 here in the orchestra. Then we have about 600 above in the balcony seating and in the lodge seating. Metropolitan Theater was designed to be a very reverberant hall. So a lot of the articles made during the 30s and even during the 70s would describe the theater as such. It was well suited for orchestra and what we would call classical music. So kasama na dun yung indigenous music natin, as well as the music suited for zarzuelas and the popular plays during this time. So we want to return this acoustic quality to the Metropolitan Theater. So we are actually adjusting a lot of the acoustic paneling around the sides and at the back of the theater to suit this, as well as the precast ornaments that was mentioned a while ago that were made of plaster. These are actually going to be remade in concrete, lightweight concrete, and at the same time fiberglass to impart that very reflective quality in terms of sound.
These are the Southeast Asian batik tiles. As you can see, some portions have been affected by deterioration. So apparently, by looking at it, I would surmise that this was the restoration during 1978. So it must have been replaced. At the top of the building, there are also pinnacles. And one of the inspiration of Juan Arellano is also the organ. So actually, if you look at it, medyo literal yung term. Because this building was actually inspired from the song On Wings of Song by Mendelssohn.